I had a little business online that I was doing for fun, but primarily my whole mission in life was just raising these 3 kids and being a mom and being a wife. And one day my world was rocked upside down. I ended up getting a pulmonary embolism. My body was just inflamed and attacking itself. I landed in the hospital, and for 9 months, I was pretty much debilitated. So much so that my 2-year-old at the time had to go stay with my in-laws, and because I couldn't pick him up, I couldn't take care of him. So I really hit rock bottom. And after having a 9-month pity party, I decided that I needed to change the way I was doing things and get this inflammation out. I was on all kinds of medicine. I felt worse with the side effects of the medicine than I did with the actual disease. So I decided to make food as my medicine, and I really did a lot of research on how to go on an anti-inflammatory diet. And within that process, I wanted to bring some normalcy back to my family. And prior to me getting sick, we used to do a family fun night, which was pizza and games. And so I wanted to bring that back to my kids. I wanted to get some normalcy back. So I went looking for a grain-free, gluten-free pizza. And I discovered this cauliflower pizza crust online. There was nothing in the grocery store but a head of cauliflower. And I started playing around with it, and my kids loved it. And we brought back family fun night again for our family. And really through food, I was able to heal myself and get off of the medications. And I was a hot mess. I was on blood thinners, which is called Coumadin, which don't quote me, but it's like rat poison. I was on Plaquenil, which is the drug that you hear in the news all the time right now for COVID. I was on steroids, which if you've ever experienced steroids, or any of your listeners, it makes you crazy because you can't sleep. I was on antidepressants because the whole just becoming debilitated and unable to move and function and do what I was used to doing caused a lot of depression. So they put me on Wellbutrin. So I was a 40-year-old mom of 3 with all these medications, and I really just was like, I have to do something. I have to be my own advocate, and I have to change this. So I went on to meet with a guy named Rob Wolf. I don't know if you've heard of him. He wrote the Paleo Solution. Yeah. And he basically had me do an elimination diet. So I cut everything out and slowly figured out that grains were a real contributor to my inflammation, as well as white refined sugar and alcohol. Not that I was a big drinker, but I like to have a glass of wine here and there. So doing that elimination diet and slowly adding things in, like the cauliflower pizza crust, and our cauliflower pizza crust is grain-free and gluten-free, really saved my life. So then I was like, okay, I want to pay this forward. And the next few years were about me having healing for myself, but also I went on to become a health and life coach and to pay it forward. And I took this, one of my clients talked me into taking the cauliflower pizza crust and zucchini noodles, neither were in the grocery store, to farmer's market. So I thought, well, that'll be fun. We'll do that. We'll go to farmer's market and we'll start a business. And that's how Cali-flour Foods started. And within 24 months, it became an 8-figure business online.